Now to the Middle East and growing fears of a regional escalation as the U.S. continues its military strikes against Iranian-backed militants. Our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, spoke with General C.Q. Brown in his first broadcast interview since becoming chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
I think very early on you said something about deterrence, that you want your enemy to know you would be the toughest guy in the fight. Do you think that's what you're presenting right now?
I think it's both. I know that our adversaries, and I would just say Iran in the Middle East knows they do not want to be in a broader conflict with the United States. But we're also dealing with groups that are not a state actor. But I know, and I'm confident that we have the capabilities. If there was a broader conflict, we could respond. But we also got to be thoughtful that we don't get ourselves into a broader conflict.
And Martha will be hosting This Week later on this morning and joins us now. Martha, good morning to you. It's always great to have you. So what did General Brown tell you about whether these U.S. strikes are actually working?
Well, he said they have definitely reduced the capabilities of the Houthis. But you have to look at the numbers. I mean, there have been so many attacks, dozens and dozens of attacks on commercial ships, and some targeting U.S. Navy ships or shooting toward U.S. Navy ships. So he said they've reduced the capability of the Houthis. But because there have only been fewer than a dozen retaliatory strikes, it can't be too many. They're mostly with, I think, as you know, hitting missile launchers or missiles or storage facilities, and the Houthis have a lot of weapons.
And Martha, you talked about deterrence and wanting to avoid a broader conflict, but what about Iran's role behind the scenes supporting these militant groups like the Houthis?
You know, he said he does not think Iran wants to go to war with the United States. And in fact, I talked to Iran's foreign minister this week as well, who said the same thing. But he is walking this very fine line, General Brown, as he said there. He doesn't want things to escalate. He doesn't want a wider war, and yet he wants these punishing strikes. So it's very, very difficult walking that fine line. But as for Iran, he said those people who say, look, you got to be tougher on Iran, he said those people should think about the fact that it could be a wider war if that happened.
As you noted, the fine line and so much at stake. Martha Raddatz, as always, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And stay tuned to This Week later this morning for more of Martha's exclusive interview with the Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General C.Q. Brown, plus an exclusive interview with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina to discuss his support for former President Trump ahead of that state's primary.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.